Hello everyone and welcome to Plot Twists. So today I'm going to finally be doing my shelf reorganization shelf tour video. So as you can see over here, I have a new little shelf that I'm going to make my TBR shelf, I think. I don't really have any other ideas of how I'm going to reorganize this. I might pack up all my kids' books and move them somewhere else. I don't know yet, but we're running out of shelf space and I need more, so it's gonna have to be reorganized. So yeah, after I finish reorganizing, we will come back and I will show you all the books on my shelves. Okay, like I promised, for this next part, we're going to go through each of the books on my shelf so you can see what I have. So, the far left over here, I have the entire Flowers in the Attic series, the originals. I don't have any of the new updated stuff. Going across, I have the Red Queen books. The last one is on my TBR shelf. Then you have the Shadow and Bone trilogy, Six of Crows, and I'm currently reading Crooked Kingdom. Going across, I have Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett, the Three Dark Crowns series by Kendar Blake, and that's all of shelf 1. For shelf 2, I have the Darkest Minds, the first 2 books. The third book is on my TBR shelf. Then I have Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, the trilogy, or quadrilogy. Next, going across, I have the Disney Twisted Tales series. There's a handful of them that are on my TBR shelf, and I'm still missing Conceal Don't Feel. Then I have Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu, which was really, really good. The first School for Good and Evil book, kind of in shadow, but Perks of Being a Wallflower. Then I have The Mortal Instruments, and I think I'm missing one, City of Heavenly Fire, I think. Then I have the first 3 Land of Stories books. Book 4 is currently on my TBR shelf, and that is that particular shelf. Continuing down, I have Matched, Crossed, and Reached by Ali Condi. I have the Maze Runner books by James Dashner. The last book is on my TBR shelf. I have Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly, which is a really, really good fairy tale retelling if you haven't read it. Then we have my Ellen Hopkins collection. I have Crank, Identical, Impulse, People Kill People, Perfect, Tilt, Tricks and Traffic. And on the next shelf, I have The You I've Never Known. Going across the shelf, you have the all-new Hocus Pocus sequel, which was surprisingly good. In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, which I really enjoyed. My Sarah J. Maas books. I have the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, as well as the first Throne of Glass book. The second one I let somebody borrow, and the third book is on my TBR shelf. Going across, I also have the first 3 Ignite Me books by Tahira Mafi. I have the first 4 books in the Cinder series, Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. And these are the new really pretty covers. I also have Twilight and Eclipse. For some reason, I never got New Moon. If I come across it for like $2, I'll probably pick it up. But other than that, meh. I also have my little kitty in here. Say hi to Barry. All right, continuing down, I have Breaking Dawn. I also have the Queen of Hearts trilogy by Colleen Oakes, which is also a really good fairy tale retelling. Going across, I have Delirium, Pandemonium, and Requiem by Lauren Oliver. I also have Ash Princess and Lady Smoke by Laura Sebastian, and I will be getting Ember Queen when it comes out. Then you have my series of Harry Potter books. I also have The Cursed Child. Then I have Carry On and Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell, Vicious, and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and Hope Never Dies by Andrew Schaefer, which is one of the Obama-Biden mysteries that I really enjoyed. So that's the bottom. And with that, we finished off the first bookcase. So backing up. Okay, starting at the top of the next are my Gina Showalter books. I have the first Alice in Zombieland book, the Evil Queen, the Everlife trilogy, which was also really good. I also have Dry by Neil Shusterman. He is easily one of my favorite authors, and Dry was a really interesting concept. If you haven't picked it up, I recommend it. Most people know about his Scythe trilogy, which is exceptional. And then I have the first 3 books in his Unwind series, which is also really good. Moving across, I have a little painting here. This is painted by Pretty Mini Paintings, which is a friend, a work friend I had from a while ago. I will link her Instagram down below, but you guys should definitely check it out. Then I have my Nicholas Sparks series. I think at this point I have almost everything, if not everything. So The Best of Me, The Choice, Dear John, The Guardian on this shelf. Going down, we have The Longest Ride, The Lucky One, Nights in Rodanthe, The Notebook, The Rescue, Safe Haven, See Me, 2x2, A Walk to Remember, The Wedding, and I have his new novel on my TBR shelf. Then I have Hungry, which was kind of interesting, the Lord of the Rings books, a complete series including the Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, etc. I have It's Kind of a Funny Story, and then the Program series, the Program, Treatment, Remedy, Epidemic, The Adjustment, and The Complication, which were also pretty good. And then I have, look at this, empty space on my shelf so that I can add more books. So going down to the next shelf, then we move into my Barnes & Noble collectible editions. So I have Agatha Christie and There Were None and Other Classic Tales, Fairy Tales from Around the World, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Little Women, Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, and Other Mysteries. The first 5 Wizard of Oz books, Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express and Other Tales, Aesop's Fables, Arabian Nights, Chronicles of Narnia, H.G. Wells' 7-novel collection, which is exceptional, and Hans Christian Andersen's Classic Fairy Tales. So that's the shelf. Continuing down, I have a Stephen King collection, the complete tales and works of Edgar Allan Poe, the complete works of William Shakespeare, Dracula, Bullfinch's Mythology, The Republic, Wicked and Son of a Witch, H.P. Lovecraft's complete collection, Neil Gaiman's American Gods, A Wrinkle in Time, Star Wars The Han Solo Trilogy, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And that finishes up this bookcase. So moving across, on top here, I have our collection of manga. I have Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, and then I have a collection of Junji Ito, Uzumaki, Tomi, and Ramina. I have the first Ajin, the first Overlord, first Black Clover, first Pokemon Adventures, and then going across, I have a set of classic books, The Man in the Iron Mask, World of Worlds, Time Machine, The Inferno, The Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Cannery Row. Can't really see these, but these are some of the hardcover kids books I have. I have a collection of Richard Scarry stories, The Velveteen Rabbit, a sing-along Frozen storybook, Sleeping Beauty, and The Legend of the Bluebonnet. And then I have some board books. Yo Gabba Gabba's There's a Party in My Tummy, which was a hilarious video in high school. Goodnight Moon, and The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Going down a shelf, I know I said I was going to use the small bookcase as my TBR shelf, but these big hardcovers don't fit. So these are going to stay here. So I have Lore by Alexandra Bracken, King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, Ready Player 2, Legendborn, The City We Became, Crescent City, These Violent Delights, the Glass Queen, which I'm so excited to get to, Star Wars Aftermath, Micro, Caravel, The Fates Divide, and back here is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. And then we have my favorite gift ever, the cross stitch that my friend made me with plot twists. Oh, it's the best. Okay, so that's the shelf. Going down one, I also have the Inheritance Cycle, Alchemists of Loom, Gardens of the Moon, The Iliad, I, Robot, The Once and Future King, and Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. So that's the shelf. And notice it also has some room. Going down, I have my kids' books, my collection of Dr. Seuss books, some of which are from my childhood and some of which I bought as an adult. Then I have my series of Unfortunate Events, some of the Goosebumps books I have from my childhood, a collection of Magic Treehouse books, and on the end there, Ella Enchanted. Going down a shelf, we have a kitty cat. We have a do-it-yourself guide, a complete guide to needlework, 2 of the Harry Potter collectible editions, the Star Wars trilogy in my fancy Barnes & Noble copies. The rest of the shelf is just my fancy Barnes & Noble copies, the Star Wars trilogy, Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, Dune, A Christmas Carol, Gods and Heroes, the complete Sherlock Holmes series, 5 novels by Charles Dickens, the Constitution and other selected writings of the Founding Fathers, and then Chinese myths and folktales. And that finishes off this bookcase. Moving across, this is my small bookcase. On top, I have some books that I am getting rid of. And this super cool sign that is completely true. Pets are not our whole lives, but they make our lives whole. Continuing down. Stop. Continuing down, I have The Fifth Season, Serpent and Dove, The Night Circus, An Absolutely Remarkable Thing, Circe, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Darker Shade of Magic and Gathering Shadows, In the Afterlight, Through the Zombie Glass, Air of Fire, A Curse So Dark and Lonely, Beautiful Creatures, The Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black, The XY, The Second School for Good and Evil book, Uprooted, City of Brass, which I cannot wait to read, and The First Keeper of the And I have Keeper of the Lost Cities, which is the first book in its series. Moving down, I have all 4 books in the Hunger Games, The Return by Nicholas Sparks, Wonder, Lost Stars, Heart of Thorns, House of Salt and Sorrows, Fangirl, 3 books in the Disney Twisted Tales series, Straight On Till Morning, Unbirthday, Mirror Mirror, 2 books on the End by Michael Crichton, State of Fear and Disclosure, and then I have the first Game of Thrones book. Moving down, I have Calamity by Brandon Sanderson, Hunger by Michael Grant, Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, The Warrior Heir, The Fever Code, Dream Thieves, Quarantine, Daughters of Smoke and Bone, the 4th Land of Stories book, Fairies of Calderon by Jim Butcher, and then I have a handful of reference books. A rhyming dictionary, a normal dictionary, an Italian to English dictionary, thesaurus, a collection of card game rules, Chess Player's Bible, an A to Z dictionary of Disney characters, how to write character traits. Oh, and in the wrong spot, I have On Stranger Tides, which I will fix. And then on the end, I have a couple books about cats. The Cats and Hats book is actually a book on how to crochet or knit various cat hats for your cats, which I very much intend to do, and I will definitely post pictures on Instagram as I do so. And then in the corner here, we have a super neat lightsaber. I know you can't really tell, but it is purple. Okay guys, so that was my complete bookshelf tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have some books on your TBR shelf that are on mine, or let me know what you're planning to read next. I am always up for buddy reading. It's one of my favorite things to do, so if you have any ideas of things you'd like to buddy read with me, please let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!